Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Haley's Horticultural Happenings. Today I'm going to be talking about some Cercis. So I'm going to talk about two different species. This particular one is Cercis chinensis, and the other one I'm going to talk about is Cercis canadensis. So they're both kind of considered eastern redbuds. So stay tuned, we'll find out more about the plant that produces this cute little flower. So here we have Cercis chinensis. You can see the cute little flowers. They kind of look like pea flowers, and that's because they are in Fabaceae, which is the pea family, so they are related to sweet peas and things like that. So here is the Cercis chinensis. It's more condensed than the canadensis. As you can see, it's kind of short and it's kind of scrubbier. The canadensis will have more of a tree-like pattern, and I'll show you guys in a second. We have two Chinensis right next to each other. So we've got this little guy and we have this little guy. So I'm going to go and show you guys what the Cercis canadensis looks like. So here is our Cercis canadensis. This is a bit of a bigger one, but you can see that it's definitely a lot bigger than our Chinensis friend over there. So I didn't walk too far. The Chinensis are just right here, and we just came here to see our canadensis friend. The reason I chose to start with the Chinensis was because I can't actually really reach these flowers without climbing the tree, and I figured I wouldn't do that in a public arboretum today. So you guys got the Chinensis right off the bat, but we're going to take a closer look at the flowers, and I'll tell you guys about some of the other features of the plant. So here's a little sucker off of the canadensis tree right here. You can see the flowers are pretty much the same. I brought a little Chinensis flower with me. So the fun fact about these trees is that the flower is indeed edible. So ta-da, you can eat it raw. It tastes kind of like mustard greens in a way, but it's kind of sweet. It's like a sweet mustard green, so it doesn't have that spice, that bite. Spicy. I just learned spicy in sign language, and I'm pretty sure it's that. So anyway, I think it tastes pretty good. It's a really great addition to a salad or something, but you can't just munch on them if you're out in the garden and you're like, I'd like a snack. Just pop it in your mouth and start chewing. But the great thing is you can also eat the seed pods. So the seed pods are really only edible whenever they're like freshly formed, they're super tender, and they're like bendy, because they'll just get too stringy and they're just kind of gross if you let them go for too long. But the seed pods are edible. And I've also heard accounts of people cooking the young leaves, not the older leaves, they're a little too tough, but the young leaves I have heard people like to cook and add to other things, like a stir fry or something. So if you're out in the garden and you see a little Cercis hanging around, don't be ashamed to stop and give it a little nibble, because I think it's worth it. This one's pretty good, much better than the Cornus Florida fruits in my previous video. So good luck and happy foraging. Hope you guys learned something new.